The universe is not as vast and complex as advertised. In fact, it is a small mirror that needs to be shuttered to see the real, uncreated eternal kingdom beyond matter and time. What is hell? And where is hell? Could hell be more than a concept? I know you have asked yourself the question. What happens after death? Is heaven and hell real? Does reincarnation exist? The answer is yes, but it is not what you have been conditioned to believe. I have always loathed this world. You may wonder why. Well, it's simple. I loathe the idea that we have free will. And yet we are suffering endlessly. I hate wars. I hate death. Sadness, sickness, greed, oppressions of politics and religions. I hate liars. This world carries all these evil traits. The evil God that governs the universe has done a great job in positioning itself as a good God by manipulating people to believe that they should be grateful because he gave them life. What he did not tell you is that there is something else inside of you that he didn't create, the real you, the uncreated self. He uses his powers of manipulation through thought forms and emotions so you will never find out the truth about hell and heaven. This God has tricked you to believe that this oceanic, green, cloudy, dusty planet and its animals is worth more than you. So the blame is always you, that you are nothing but its servant and somehow apparently you also have free will. Upon my awakening, it was terrifying to learn that the planet advertised as the bridge between heaven and hell is not what is advertised. The real uncontroverted truth is, hell is our present situation, earth is hell. This inquiry may startle, scare you, even lead you to calling me delusional. Unfortunately, that will not erase the truth. The proof is right in front of you. Let's explore the real truths of why earth is actually hell. While history says hell is commonly perceived as an eternal abyss of torment, a dominion of unending anguish, this conventional portrayal has been represented throughout history in various forms of art and literature. But could these portrayals be mere illusions, skillfully constructed to distract us from the actual reality? The term illusion is typically described as something that distorts our perception. Therefore, could these visualizations of hell be nothing more than illusionary tactics, intended to deviate us from the truth that lies before us? This may sound improbable, but it is exactly what it is. This world is filled with turmoil and pain, with destructive weather phenomena, where survival of the fittest is a governing law of nature, where every action carries an outcome and each decision is laced with remorse. Could it be that these facets of our existence mirror the conventional depictions of hell? Over time, we've been trained to dread a far-off hell, to concern ourselves with a future sphere of torment that awaits us post-mortem. But could this be yet another illusion? Another diversion preventing us from acknowledging the turmoil and pain that impregnates our current existence? Absolutely. The universe didn't manifest itself. There is undoubtedly a creator. Regardless of your belief in God, it prompts us to contemplate, is the creator kind-hearted or ill-intentioned? If our existence is teeming with turmoil and pain, it might prompt us to reevaluate the characteristics of the creator. So let's ponder more. Could hell be more than a concept? Could it be our present situation? What if the hell we dread is not a far-off place, but the very planet we reside in? Welcome to the system of chaos, our existence. As we journey through life, we witness a world fraught with chaos. Destructive weather patterns wreak havoc, animals prey on each other for survival, and the natural order seems to be anything but peaceful. This chaos, we are told, is simply the way of the world, the rhythm of nature. Yet when we examine this so-called natural order, it's impossible to ignore the inherent disarray. Storms rage, fires burn, and predators hunt their prey. It's a system built on survival where only the fittest thrive. But isn't it curious that amidst all this chaos, the blame is often placed solely upon us humans? We are seen as the disruptors, the ones who tip the scales and cause imbalance. But is this really the case? Could it be that we are simply a part of this chaotic system, not its architects? Consider this, every action we take has a consequence, be it positive or negative. Our decisions, our choices, they all ripple out into the world, creating waves of impact. Each choice is shadowed by a sense of guilt, a reminder of the potential fallout. This is not a peaceful existence, but rather a chaotic dance where every step has the potential to disrupt the rhythm. This system of chaos extends far beyond the physical world. It permeates our social structures, our economies, our politics, our religions. We are born into a system that values material wealth over personal worth, that measures success by what we own, not who we are. It's a system that enslaves us to time and physical labor, leaving us emotionally drained and constantly seeking to refuel. So, in the face of all this chaos, could we be living in hell without even knowing it? Could the pain and suffering, the guilt and regret, the constant striving and struggling actually be our eternal punishment? Is it possible that hell is not some distant place of torment, but rather the reality of our chaotic existence? Does free will truly exist in this world, or is it just another illusion? And if you argue that free will does exist, my question to you is, what is free will? Can you survive without eating? Can you not vote and not receive a penalty? Can you stop being sick? Can you stop aging? Can you get up right now and leave this planet without death? Do you feel free? We're born into a system that determines our worth by our material possessions. Our lives are shackled by the constraints of time and dictated by the sweat of our brow. We're taught to believe in the idea of free will, yet our every move, every decision is influenced by those who govern this system of chaos. Every day we experience an emotional roller coasters. Monetary shortage, no matter how hard you work as a good-hearted person. Every day, good-hearted people face and experience frustrations, irritations, stresses, depressions, fatigue, anxieties, confusion, loneliness, pain, sicknesses, and addictions of all kinds. We rise, we fall, we crush, and we burn. We refuel at night, hoping to regain enough strength to face the grind of another day. But we're on an endless cycle, continually burning out only to be reignited again, like a phoenix trapped in its cycle of rebirth. This relentless cycle takes its toll on us. It exhausts us, drains us, and leaves us questioning our existence, leaves us crying out and asking, why me? Why? What did I do to deserve this kind of life? Where did I go wrong? Somebody please help. And once again, the blame has been placed upon you. So, in a system that grinds us down day after day, could we already be living in hell? The system blames us for the chaos, but aren't they the ones selling us the tools of destruction? A question that lingers, echoing in the corridors of our minds, yet we seldom dare to voice it out loud. It's a bitter pill to swallow, the realization of how deeply ingrained the hypocrisy of the system is. Consider this: we're constantly blamed for consuming the Earth's resources, for polluting the air, for defiling the water, for cutting down the trees. Yet who provides us with the tools for such consumption? Isn't it the very system that chides us? They manufacture the cars that pollute our air, sell the plastic that litters our oceans, and profit from the timber of the forests we fell. And the manipulation doesn't stop at environmental concerns. It seeps into every corner of our lives. We're sold manufactured illnesses, marketed as new age conditions that require expensive treatments. The system capitalizes on our fears, our insecurities, our vulnerabilities. All the while, it's the system that creates these problems, then turns around to sell us the solution. Then there's the political propaganda, the weaponization of information. We're led to believe that we're choosing our leaders, our laws, our future. But aren't we just choosing from the options that the system presents to us? Aren't our choices influenced, manipulated, even predetermined by the narratives they feed us? The system has convinced us that reincarnation is a myth, that there's only one life, one chance. That is far from the truth. As one life ends, another is born. As soon as your physical body exits this world, you're reborn again with no vivid memory of your previous life. That's the wheel of karma to entrap the uncreated divine self until it loses memory of itself over lifetimes. One life, one chance is a conditional belief to keep us in a state of fear, of desperation, of constant striving. All the while, it exploits our labor, our time, our dreams. In the grand scheme of things, it's a vicious cycle of blame and manipulation. We're held responsible for the chaos, for the destruction, while the system profits from our guilt and our labor. It's a game, and we're the pawns. And you have no choice but to play this cruel game of survival. We're living in a world where we're manipulated and blamed for its destruction. Isn't that hell? It's a world where liars, cheaters, thieves, murderers, child molestators, child traffickers, drug dealers, sexual offenders, homosexuals, alcohol, pornography addicts, schools that teach ancient conflicts to keep promoting the chains of systematic hate and racism, corrupt leaders, greedy celebrities, fake gurus, consistent religious conflicts, corrupt governments thrive more than the good, loving people. Isn't that hell? The hell we've been taught to fear isn't a place we go to after death. Hell is not in some distant future, but that is the illusion. The harsh and unforgivable truth is, hell is the world we're living in right now. A cleverly disguised hell with its seductive sunrise, sunset, the stars and moon, the oceans, seas, mountains, creatures of all kinds, seasonal weathers, jungles, beaches, stealing your breath away, doing exactly what it's created to do, keep people seduced and never to see past it. It is no secret that we have been well conditioned to believe that the hell we fear comes after death. Yet we continue to fight against time, the indomitable foe we cannot conquer, here, on this plane. There just never seemed to be enough time to do everything you want to do. One of the best tricks of this world is that we've learned to deceive, to betray, and to cause destruction all on our own. The illusion has been so deeply ingrained that we refuse to acknowledge that the hell we inhabit is not some distant future realm, but our present reality. This, here and now, is the true power of illusion. Don't project your hate and anger towards the ordinary people like you. They too are victims of this chaotic system. I urge you to instead direct your hate and anger towards the creator of the universe and his archetypes, as they are truly responsible for this system. Instead, work together with your fellow comrades to summon the courage within and overcome this cruel system and see your way into eternal liberation together. Perhaps it's time that we confront the unsettling truth that Earth is not just our home, but also our prison. Our actions, emotions, and thoughts are all bound by the relentless ticking of time. The one entity we are not in control of, we are trapped in a cyclical pattern of toiling day in and day out, slaves to the timely exchange of labor for money. Our reality is but a distorted reflection of a world hidden from us, a world that can only be glimpsed by those brave enough to shatter the mirror of deception. So we must ask ourselves, what can we do to break free from the hell we've been taught to dread? How can we break free from this relentless cycle of suffering and deception? Is money the solution to freedom and happiness? Can money grant you your true love? Can money take away your loneliness and grant you true friends? No, it won't. Money was never a product of goodwill person. A good-hearted person will never ever be rich because money is an evil energy. I'm not saying that you should fear money, I'm saying that conquer it. What can we do to break free from this reality we are forced to endure? The reality we have been conditioned to fear. We must first declare independence away from the system. There is no government without the people. This is a truth that people should carry within themselves to fight this corrupt political world governors. They are powerless without the people's support. We must truly awaken to confront the cosmic evils projected within us, battle it within, defeat it within us, rise and face the warm, fire-breathing dragon standing on the gateway to eternal liberation. Because defeating that dragon, also known as the Kundalini, is the only way to become the uncreated divine self.